Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. John Owen talks about sports and movies. Thank you for checking out today's video. I always appreciate the support, and let's get into it. So, as we enter 2024, that means we get a whole new year of really exciting and tantalizing movies, films, books, TV shows, yada yada yada. So today I'm going to give you my most anticipated movies of 2024. So these are movies that are scheduled to release in 2024. I'm going to rank them based on my pure excitement for them to come out, based on a multitude of factors. I'm going to make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss out on any of the fun. What movies are you most excited for this year? Are you excited for any of these? Are you higher on a movie than I'm kind of low on? All that good stuff. Without further ado, let's get into the ranking. So coming in at number 15, I've got Godzilla and Kong, Rise of a New Empire. I really, you know, this movie is going to be a nice little fun monster movie with some really cool big CGI sequences filled in with some human filler that I literally could not care less about. Similar to how the other movies in this particular universe have been. But I do think it'll be cool to see Godzilla and Kong team up against Skull, I think is the orangutan looking monster they have to fight. But I think it will have some fun action sequences. And so just from a pure enjoyment standpoint, I'm going to clock in at 15. Then coming in at number 14, I got Venom 3. I really like the first Venom movie a lot, actually, and then Let There Be Carnage is a mess. That movie is a mess. We don't really know anything about this movie, other than the fact that it's expected to release on November 8th, 2024. I could see this movie getting pushed back, though. But it's gonna clock in just because I really enjoy Tom Hardy, interpretation of this character, kind of Eddie and the symbiote's synergy and relationship is really entertaining and fun to watch. So just from a pure, if all else, I'll get a few good laughs out of Eddie and the symbiote. Um, it's gonna clock in at number 14. Okay, then we're coming in at 13 is Inside Out 2. We actually do have a trailer for this movie. We get some new emotions, anxiety being, kind of the biggest one as we see Riley become a teenager. The first movie is incredibly charming, incredibly good as well. Bing Bong and all that is heartbreaking. But yeah, so I'm really excited for this movie. Lately Disney Pixar has not been, super, super hot. So that's where kind of my hesitancy comes in a little bit. But I still think this movie will be good. Will be really good. So it's gonna come in at 13. Okay, number 12 is Transformers 1. This is another one we don't have too much information. We don't have a trailer. I don't even know if this is like an official poster. I hadn't even heard of this movie until I started kind of doing some research for this video. But it is a animated movie centered around Optimus and um Optimus and Megatron's relationship on Cybertron before they ever come to Earth and like during the war of Cybertron. It's got Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson. Whoever is playing Megatron is also a big name actor, but I can't remember who it is. So if anything, it should provide some, it's got some big names attached to it. Transformers is always pretty cool to really cool. So at the bare minimum, this should be fun. So it's gonna come in at 12. But just because I don't know anything else about it, there's no trailers, no anything. It's gonna come in at 12. Okay, coming in at 11 is Fall Guys. So this is a movie that I got pushed back to May. So ignore the March 1st on there. But Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, I absolutely love both of them. They're great, especially Ryan Gosling, with all the different great films he's in, La La Land, Ken, etc. This movie looks like a really fun action comedy movie that's like very different. That actually might have some like originality to it. Ryan Gosling plays the stuntman who moonlights as a hitman. I think I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what he moonlights as. And then Emily Blunt is the director, and then um they have to go get the star of this movie, who is played by I can't remember who's playing like the star that Ryan Gosling's character has to go save. Um, I think if this movie hadn't gotten pushed back, I think I'd be even more excited for it because it would be closer. But because it did get pushed back to May, even though it looks really good, because it got pushed back to May, it's going to come in at 11. Okay, number 10 is Kung Fu Panda 4. I'm not gonna lie, the trailer actually made me less excited for this movie, which is not exactly the point. Um, I'm not sure how I feel about Aquafina's character yet. I'm not really sure what purpose this movie serves. Yeah, it's great to have Tai Lung back and Poe and Viola Davis. I think is going to kill it as Chameleon. I think Chameleon is going to continue the line of really awesome, well done, extremely incredible villains of this series. I just don't know what purpose this movie serves, what it does narratively. I'm kind of scared it might be a little bit of a cash grab, so I mean we'll see. But if it follows suit with the other movies, then I will gladly eat my words and I'll give this movie its praises when it comes out. But the trailer seemed to have some like really childish humor even for Kung Fu Panda. And maybe those are the only like childish jokes in the movie, but it did seem alarming. There's a fart joke and like like I don't know, just like some really childish humor in the trailer. So I hope that's not what the movie is, but I'm gonna be cautiously optimistic because this movie has a lot of things going for it, but also has some red flags. Okay, number nine, Joker for les Deux. I don't know how you say it. But coming in at number nine, Joker 2. Um, I think the Joker sequel being a musical is absurd. I think that doesn't really compute in my brain in any capacity whatsoever. Um, I like the first Joker movie. It's objectively better than what I like it. I don't know. It makes me icky, but it's also been a long time since I've watched it, so maybe I need to go back and rewatch it. But Lady Gaga, I absolutely love her. You know, she was my sixth most listened to artist this past year. So for the pure purpose of having Lady Gaga in this movie, it's gonna come in at number nine. Okay, number eight is Deadpool 3. Okay, I am excited for Hugh Jackman to come back. I really wish he would have done this like before Logan potentially. But look at that suit. That's incredible. That's incredible. You know, I just don't not exactly sure how this movie's gonna fit in the MCU. You know, I'm scared they might have to tone it down to fit the tone. If there's been an official report about if it's gonna be rated R, PG-13, leave that down in the comments below. I would appreciate that. But um, I love the first Deadpool movies, but I'm just worried this might undo some of the good work, or all of the great work done in Logan. And I just don't know how this is gonna tonally fit in the MCU. I hope it is rated R and that it's completely absurd like the other two have been. But I'm scared if they do have to turn it down, it's gonna lose a lot of that charm that the first movies had. But nevertheless, I'm still excited. Okay, number seven, we got Mufasa the Lion King. Okay, so I am actually a ginormous hater of the live action Lion King movie. I despise that movie. The animated one, like the original Lion King, is one of my favorite movies ever, like a top 10 movie for me of all time. Um, and when they did the computer animated, they just like lost a lot of the personality and charm. And the movie's 30 minutes longer than the original without adding anything into the film, which I think is really. I'm still astonished how they did that. But I do think this is going to be really interesting to explore the origins of Mufasa, and I'm really excited to deep dive more into this. You know, just learn about Mufasa and Scar. You know, this is going to be Scar before he's named Scar. Tati, I think, is like his name he has before he goes by the moniker of Scar. Um, and the movie's gonna be beautiful. I thought the first Lion King was beautiful to begin with, so it's not that it's not pretty. But I do think that this movie has a chance to do something really unique, explore uh, a part of this universe that hasn't really been explored. So I am super excited about that. Okay, coming in number six, we got Sonic 3. I love the first two Sonic movies. And they've done such a great job of adapting all the iconic characters from the series. You know, obviously Sonic, Eggman, Tails, Knuckles. The four of them so far have been done so well, and there's so much um, charm to these movies. And in this third one, we're gonna get Shadow. We're gonna get the gang coming back. And so yeah, I'm actually ecstatic for this movie. They've stayed on schedule with their 2 year release windows. You know, Sonic came out in 2020. Sonic 2 came out in 2022, and now we're gonna get Sonic 3 in 2024. And so it's been really nice to see this being able to stay on schedule, not rush, um, and be able to crank out these movies at a high quality whenever other movies are getting pushed back all the time, delays, which for a very understandable, obvious reasons. But I really hope Sonic's great. They've done so good with all the other characters so far. I've got all the confidence in the world. And it is going to be fun to do a little like Mufasa Sonic 3 doubleheader potentially on the same day. And so, yeah. So coming at number 6, I got Sonic 3. All right, number 5, Mean Girls, the musical. Absolutely. I love, love, love the first Mean Girls. It is one of my favorites. It's iconic. It is it is the epitome of kind of that teenage drama of the time period. I mean, it is absolutely incredible. Tina Fey's coming back to direct it. I think she's directing it. And I think they've got a great cast. Renee Rapp as Regina George. They've got some of the original characters, the original principals coming back. Tina Fey's coming back as the teacher in the movie. I can't remember their names, but the girl that plays um oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the main girl's name. Lindsay Lohan's character in the original movie. I've seen her and stuff. She's been good. The other plastics. And so yeah, I think this movie's gonna be great. I think Mean Girls. I think there's a lot of potential for it to be a really good musical in a movie format. Obviously there's the Mean Girls musical as is. But I'm super excited for this movie. And I think the fact that this movie comes out in January, it's literally like right around the corner, makes me even more excited for this movie. And I absolutely can't wait to see it. Okay, coming in at number 4 is Gladiator 2. Um, I absolutely love the first Gladiator. Once again, one of my favorite movies ever. Are you not entertained? Of course I am. Of course I am. And then this time it's about his nephew as a grown up. That's kind of all the plot details we have right now. I really don't know much about this movie and like what it's gonna be and entail. Um, but just for the fact that it's a pure Gladiator sequel, um, makes me absolutely ecstatic. Oh, and I think Denzel Washington is in this movie. I can't confirm that, but I'm pretty sure Denzel Washington's in this movie, which awesome. Okay, coming at number 3, we got this animated Lord of the Rings: The War of Rohirrim. This is another one we don't have a trailer for it. But it's about the king who was ruling Rohan, uh, and the battle at Helm's Deep. Which if you've ever seen Lord of the Rings, you know how absolutely incredible the Battle of Helm's Deep is. So, I love, love, love Lord of the Rings. It's the best movie trilogy of all time by far and away. And any more I can get of this universe. Excuse me. I'm absolutely ecstatic for, and I think the fact this can be animated really excites me because I think they're going to be able to do a lot. They're going to be able to really push the boundaries of what this movie could be. It's going to be different. It's something we've seen before. And maybe this will open up the door for more canonical entries into the Lord of the Rings franchise. Okay, coming in at number 2 is Civil War. So I just saw the trailer for this the other day. And I really think this movie I think the point of this movie is going to go potentially, of course I haven't seen it, but is potentially going to go over a lot of people's heads. And I think this is going to be one of the most pointed movies, to say the least. And I think this movie's going to piss off a lot of people, generate a lot of discourse. So I'm very, very, very excited about that. It's about a near future as they describe it, and you know where there's a civil war in the United States, another one, where the Texas and California form an unlikely alliance against the totalitarian, authoritarian government that's currently in place at the United States. It follows this group of reporters who are trying to cover it and stuff. But it looks absolutely incredible. It looks like it's got a good, solid cast. And I really think this movie is going to make a lot of people think about a lot of things. It's going to completely over their heads. So this could potentially be the type of movie where whenever I meet people, I ask them their opinions on certain movies to kind of feel out where they are, on things, and I feel like this movie might be an entry. Okay, before I get to number 1, I'm going to give out some honorable mentions. I know Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is supposed to come out this year. No shot. Absolutely zero shot this movie comes out in 2024. Of course I hope it does. And if I was more confident it would, um, it would be number one going away easily. It'd be the second year in a row where a Spider-Verse movie is my most anticipated movie, but I don't have any confidence this movie will come out. It definitely needs to get delayed. The animation is just it's too in depth and too technical for me to realistically expect that they're gonna have a 9 month turnaround and have this movie released by March. Absolutely no way. It already got delayed once. I fully expect it to get delayed again, and that's great. That's great. If they need to delay it another year, I love that. I'm absolutely on board for that. All right, so some actual other honorable mentions. I'm gonna go with Dune Part Two, Frozen, a Mad Max Saga. For the two of them, I actually haven't seen Dune or Mad Max, so I need to watch them. Or else I'd probably be more excited for them. And this Mickey 17 movie is based off of this new sci-fi book that looks really good that I actually added to my Goodreads list. And it's got Robert Pattinson. It's directed by the same guy that directed Parasite. So it should be interesting at least. And so those are gonna be my honorable mentions. But at number one, I'm gonna go with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I absolutely love the Matt Reeves Planet of the Apes movies. They're absolutely incredible. The fact that Andy Serkis never got an Oscar for them is honestly just downright disrespectful. And this movie looks like it's gonna keep up that kind of high quality animation, special effects, storyline. Um, and so and this one is like a is like a few hundred years into the future based off of the end of War of the Planet of the Apes. The apes are the dominant force on the planet. The humans have regressed to being, more ape-like, before the swap, I guess is the best way to put it. Our new character seems, is going to go up against Caesar Proximus, I think is like the dictator ape. um, and I think this movie is gonna have some really intriguing. Are the apes going against each other? Are they trying to eliminate the humans? Like what's going on here? And so I'm super, super, uber. I'm through the roof excited for this movie. I didn't think we were gonna get an entry, and I could not be more excited. But thank you guys for watching today's video. I always appreciate the support. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and check out the link content above. And have a great day. Thanks.